Hey, today we are unboxing and setting up the Edifier Luna Eclipse HD powered speaker systems. These things can transform your tablet, computer, or TV into a small home entertainment system. And I think you're going to be surprised by what comes in the box. Let's check them out. I always feel like presentation is kind of a big deal that a lot of companies these days aren't thinking so much about, but Edifier really gets it right. Once you get the outer sleeve off of the box, toss that aside, pop this open, and you're immediately greeted with speakers that are shrouded in their own little sacks, and that's cool because they've got a nice glossy finish on the outside, as you'll see. Outside of the speakers, there is a accessory box, and this is what I was alluding to earlier. It is absolutely loaded with connecting wires. Everything you need is right here. Okay, let's take a look at everything that comes in the accessory box. First is a very simple remote, which uses one of those little circular batteries, by the way, keep that in mind. Then, of course, you get the power supply for the speakers. We've got an optical digital cable. This is going to be great if you're connecting to your TV, but if your computer has a sound card with optical out, this would be the preferred connection as well. We also have a 1/8 inch headphone jack cable that can work with just about anything. And if one of the devices you want to connect has RCA outputs, this adapter will allow you to do that in conjunction with the 1/8 inch mini cable. There's also a nice long speaker cable to connect these two speakers so you can get really wide separation. We'll take a look at that later. There's a polishing cloth, which is a good idea because these are very glossy speakers and your fingerprints will stick on them. And then Edifier does a great job of hiding this, but this is the warranty card and a little bit of product information and a small user manual. Taking a look at the speaker, I like this grippy black silicone stuff that they put around the baffle. That's nice. And then there's a guard over the 3/4 inch silk dome tweeter because kids love to poke their finger in that. It's irresistible. And then there's a 2.5 inch driver here, and you might be thinking, how is that going to make any bass? Well, if we flip the speaker over on its side here, you'll see there are two passive radiators in this little slotted area here. And as the driver in the front moves, according to the power of the speaker, so too do those passive radiators, and that really helps to add quite a bit of bass. And then finally, you've got a couple of touch sensitive keys on the side, one for power and then a simple up and down volume. Focusing on the back here, the connections are super simple. The slot in the middle is meant for your power cord, and then the top area is for either the 3.5mm headphone jack cable we showed you earlier, or this hybrid cable for the digital optical connection. That goes right in there. The other side of that cable is going to go in either your computer or your television. Be sure to pull the little protective cap off the end of this before inserting it into the jack. Also, make sure your audio settings are set to PCM. These speakers can't process digital surround sound signals. Finally, we have our signal cable. This is how we're going to get sound over to the left side speaker. We plug that in there and do the same on the other speaker. Of course, these are also Bluetooth speakers, and as soon as you turn them on, they'll make themselves available. Just go to the Bluetooth settings of your app, find the Edifier Luna Eclipse HD, and press to pair. You'll notice there's no dedicated input button on the speakers or the remote, and that's because the power button doubles as an input button. A long press will turn the speakers on or off, and individual presses will cycle through the different inputs. You'll see which input you are on represented by a different color LED on the speaker. That's unboxing and setup for the Edifier Luna Eclipse HD speaker system. If you want to learn more about these speakers, including how they performed for us in testing, be sure to check out our full review.